Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here, welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a long awaited what if, and that is what if Naruto acquired the 7 deadly sins powers, part 4. Now as usual guys, I'll give you the normal rant like I normally do, but just for today guys, sorry I've been gone for a while, just been unwell myself, nothing to do with COVID-19, okay, just let you know. Family's doing great, just going through situations when it comes to what is actually happening around the world, you see. So I hope you guys understand. I apologize for being away, but I'm here guys and we're gonna head again. So glad to be back, guys. So yeah, so if you guys can still like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content, and follow me on Instagram, to which I'll leave the link in the description down below and the last 3 parts of the what ifs, okay guys. But yeah, but since it's been a long waiting guys, let's get into this next part of this what if, and that is what if Naruto acquired the 7 deadly sins powers, part 4. Now let's begin. So we last left off, Kakashi was using his abilities given to him by the Supreme Deity, or by way of the third Hokage, the power of Flash, or the grace of Flash anyway, and he used that to easily overwhelm Itachi, and he's now pointing a beam of light at Itachi's throat, and followed by Kisame getting utterly destroyed by 7th Gate Guy. Now let's begin the story. Now for the 2 Akatsuki members, they both pant and feel exhausted just by trying to fight these 2 overwhelming forces. Itachi and Kisame make eye contact, and when they make eye contact, Itachi speaks to Kisame in their minds and state that right now they're in a hopeless situation. Even if they were to get signals, even if the Itachi was to use Susanoo, even if Kisame was to use the Shark Bomb Jutsu, it will not help. For some reason, Kakashi has acquired a power that Itachi can't even understand. This power is so different, it allows Kakashi to achieve feats that not even a normal person can achieve. Especially, and that's saying a lot when it comes to Shinobi, you know. Kisame is even shocked too, but Kisame is even more shocked when it comes to Guy, the 7th Gate Guy. He's looking at him, he's like, you can't believe just the shocking power of this beast. And then Itachi explains that this guy is actually holding back, and he's talking about Guy, to which shocks Kisame, and this makes him fear for his life. And as both Kisame and Itachi lose eye contact, Kakashi explains, "What are you doing in the Hidden Leaf, Itachi Uchiha? You're a rogue ninja after all. And who's this friend of yours? He looks like he's from the Hidden," and he sees the headband, the cutout headband. He goes, I see. A hidden mist shinobi, wielding one of the 7 swordsman weapons, I see. And this is Kakashi. He's observing like how the angel once held the power of Flash would do, only for a brief of some moments. But as Kakashi ponders these situations, Itachi and Kisame both feel that they're in a hopeless situation, and they know that sooner or later they're either going to get captured and tortured for answers, or they're gonna die. And as both Itachi and Kisame feel hopeless, a presence appears right behind them, only mentally, not in the real world. What ends up happening is Kisame and Itachi are frozen in time. Their mind spaces are in a position where they're moving, but time is not. And as Kisame and Itachi look at each other, they're at first wondering what's happening, and then it hits them, this evil presence, this smell of death, this echo, screeching sound of hurricanes, of monstrous souls, like the darkness approaches them, and they can't do nothing, they can't move, their bodies are shuddering, they feel this cold up their spines, especially Kisame. Itachi has seen death, he's used to it in a different way as opposed to Kisame. And as this darkness approaches, gets closer, Itachi and Kisame are absolutely frozen in terror. They can't do nothing at all. And as Itachi tries to turn, a voice is heard, a voice that scares every bit of their souls. I see you guys need assistance. I will grant you this assistance. The powers that I'll give you were from a world long destroyed, I presume. You know you can't get the full power of this at this present time. However, what you do with it will be a part of the game that is already set. Itachi and Kisame are shocked, and the voice goes, let the games begin. And as this deep voice echoes, the echoes go as though it was a scream echoing through a massive hall. And as that happens, darkness overcomes Itachi and Kisame, and words are spoken in their ears, and they make contact with something different. Itachi and Kisame can't explain it, but the moment that this darkness touched them, they gained powers that they didn't expect. All the weaknesses that they did have disappeared immediately, and for one, they understood the power that they have. Granted that they are much weaker than what they would originally be, but nonetheless, their normal limitations, just like Kakashi's, have changed. Now back in the real world, because something froze the real world for this situation to happen, Kakashi is feeling confident that he can hold them both until something overwhelms him. Kakashi realizes this, and with a hesitating, he tells Guy, "Jump back now!" Guy jumps back, but it's already too late. Darkness wraps around Kisame immediately. Kisame's darkness wraps around where the destroyed Samehada was, and it begins to wrap around this black darkness, black purple darkness around the dead Samehada, and as it envelops it, it regrows Samehada, but it changes him and morphs it, you know. Not only that, thanks to Kisame doing it, it gave Samehada the ability to not only absorb chakra, but magic as well. And this is a brand new Samehada that will always repair itself. Kisame gets up with darkness around all his wounds, but he's healed now. Looking right at them, it's like, wings sprout up from Kisame's back and goes, "Never thought I would need to fly before, but seeing it now, I understand my purpose. What about you, Itachi?" Itachi gets up and goes, "Understand, even if my commandment is not activated fully now, Kisame, you need to hold back your feelings and your emotions when you're around me." And Kisame goes, "Don't you forget, even if we're at full power, our commandments don't affect each other." And Itachi goes, "Granted then." The darkness envelops Itachi, and his Mangekyo activate, but they instantly heal. And not only that, Itachi's sickness is all but disappeared completely. The limitations that Itachi was facing before are all gone. The darkness envelops him, a symbol appears on his head, and Itachi goes, "Now I understand, the Demon King." The moment Kakashi hears this, the spirit that's within Kakashi instantly kind of shudders towards when Itachi hears that, sees the energy shudder. Immediately he goes, "Hellblaze!" Shoots a Hellblaze under the ground, but luckily Kakashi is able to instantly grab Guy, Kuronai jumped him away and put a light barrier around the area to contain the magic. And the moment he does that, Kisame jumps up with Samehada to attack Kakashi, but Guy instantly does a Hirodora, chucks it right at Kisame. Now Kisame thinks this attack is a chakra based attack because Guy is a shinobi. Unfortunately for him, it's a physical attack, and it knocks Kisame on his ass as he hits the ground with such force that Kakashi and Kisame get instantly they separated thanks to Guy's attack. But right away as Kakashi takes him away, Itachi and Kisame realize that the element surprise is gone. Their powers now is done, and they need to achieve their goal. And as Kakashi and Itachi are about to move, they instantly stopped immediately. Something again echoes to them, but it's not fear they hear now, it's clapping. As these footsteps approach behind them, yet again, time freezes. And then another voice is heard in the darkness. "Welcome to the 10 Commandments, Itachi and Kisame. You are the Akatsuki no longer. My name is Zeldris." And the moment they hear that, they lose contact immediately. And Itachi and Kisame realize that the goal of taking Naruto no longer matters. They instantly, without hesitating, leave Konoha. They fly off immediately. and they head to a location north. And as Kisame and Itachi leave, Kakashi heads right by, and he uses his abilities to pretty much call Jiraiya and signal Tsunade. Now, as that happens, Naruto is pretty much kicking back at his home, really. Just looking up. Merlin appears and explains that massive energies have been felt, demonic and angelic. And this is when Naruto's like, how can that be? Why didn't we sense it earlier? And what happens is Merlin goes, I don't know, something was masking me at that time. I can't. And Merlin's waving her hand over, the spirit of Merlin's waving her hand over her sacred treasure to look at the time of what happened, but no, nothing, she can't. As if something far more powerful than her interrupted her connection to that time. And Naruto is just baffled, he's so confused. But anyway, Merlin tells Naruto, you need to go see the Hokage. Naruto goes, really? I just want to kick back, I'm attuning, I'm starting to do stuff. Sasuke is just kind of losing it. Sakura, I don't know what she's doing. My team is changing, and I'm unsure if I'm going to stay in the village or might go with Jiraiya Sensei. Things are moving forward, Merlin? And Merlin goes, I understand, Naruto. And to be honest, I'm not going to force or rush you to do anything. However, they're knocking on the door that's coming at you right now will change things. Right away, Naruto gets a knock on the door. Naruto walks over and he goes, who's that? And Jiraiya goes, Naruto, get changed, get ready. We need to have a talk. Naruto's like, huh? Jiraiya Sensei. And right away, Naruto goes with Jiraiya and heads out to the Hokage's office. There he sees Kakashi, Tsunade and Jiraiya. The moment Naruto enters the room, all three of them signaled each other that they're using their angelic powers to signify the new order they created, anyway. And as they walk in, Naruto goes, well, this must be serious if you guys are coming at me with that set of powers, I guess. Jiraiya smiles again. It's not like that, Naruto. We just identify ourselves now. And Naruto goes, what do you mean identify ourselves? We're Shinobi of the Hidden Leaf, aren't we? And Jiraiya goes, a lot of things are happening, Naruto. There's a reason why the third Hokage took you away. He buried you in a certain dimension to hide you from what's actually happening around the world. And Naruto goes, what do you mean? What? Jiraiya Sensei? What the hell do you mean? He goes, roughly around 2 weeks ago, real powerful demonic energy was surging around the world, everywhere, in places where it should have been, A place like the Hidden Eddy village, or places like the Hidden Rain village, Hidden Waterfall village. All those villages were attacked. People dying, or worse, changing. Now it's like, what? And he goes, and worst of all, these gigantic monster creatures have grown out of nowhere. Red demon-like beings, white, grey demon-like beings, and so far we've been able to fight them off in other lands, but slowly but surely. Naruto goes, whoa, wait, back up. Merlin appears and goes, Naruto, and she goes, did you know about this? And Merlin goes, you must understand, Naruto. If the power of the third Hokage blocked us in, that technically would have been the power of the angel itself, not the third Hokage. And Naruto goes, explain! And she goes, simply put, Naruto, the trick that I played to lock the Nine Tails in its box is pretty much what happened to us with the third Hokage training. Naruto's like, what are you saying? And Jiraiya goes, simply put, Naruto, you were held out for your own good. You're not strong enough to fight what's coming. Not yet. Naruto goes, what do you mean I'm not strong enough? I have the power of all the 7 deadly sins. And Jiraiya goes, yes, you have the power of all the 7 deadly sins. Technically, you only have full control of 4 of the 7 deadly sins. You do not have control of Merlin, to which you would never relinquish that. You do not have control of Meliodas or Escanor, Naruto. I know you can use it by way of using the sacred treasures, Naruto, but you'll never be able to use it fully, especially that power. And Naruto exclaims, why? And then Merlin goes, simply put, Naruto, the last wielder of that power sacrificed his life, becoming something not even its first wielder could do. And with his help, we were able to defeat the Demon King fully. Naruto goes, so what are you saying, Merlin? He goes, you have the power of Ban. The immortality is passive. I'm unsure if it's going to affect your aging or not. I can do absolute cancel, but for how long? The power does adapt. We've already seen it in Purgatory. Ban became so strong that he even gave his immortality up and became equal to Demon King Meliodas in physical strength and durability. Naruto takes a step back and Jiraiya goes, simply put, Naruto, yes, you have the power, but your body can't take it. Naruto's like, he looks down and he goes, but the third Hokage, I thought he trusted me. And Merlin goes, as I explained, Naruto, if this situation has gone the way it did, then I surmise it was the angel Lucido using his abilities to, in essence, corrupt the third Hokage to allow for this agenda to go. Yes, it's deceitful, but it's giving you knowledge that you need to at least train more. Naruto's he's just kind of angry at that. And he goes, so what's happening, Jiraiya Sensei? And he goes, simply put, Naruto, majority of the head villages, land territories of the Land of Fire are being attacked but are being repelled. These beasts are not as strong as they should be, especially in the realm where they come from. But the more souls they acquire, and Naruto goes, what? You mean souls? Jiraiya explains, yes, the more souls they acquire, the faster their strength returns. And bear in mind, Naruto, people in this world don't use magic. Sorry, I will apologize, Naruto. After Merlin's intervention, magic has been awoken in this world. However, chakra also exists in this world, to which it gives the demons and the commandments more power, different power, maybe limitless power. Maybe a soul can give more than one soul in my world. 100 souls maybe, Naruto. Naruto's like, Jiraiya, you see your world. And then Merlin wipes her hands around the whole room and does a perfect cube, locking them all in that perfect cube. And Merlin clicks her fingers immediately and puts chains around Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Kakashi. And Merlin binds them. They try to break out by using their graces, but Naruto's even shocked that Merlin did that. But Merlin exclaims that these are not technically your friends, your people. No, these are the angels that house the powers I see now. Haven't you noticed the difference, Naruto? Merlin uses her abilities and the archangels try to convince her that they're not really, but Merlin goes, I'm old too, did you forget? And they're shocked because they remember who Merlin really is. And Merlin explains, I'm immune to the 10 commandments, did you forget? And I have powers of the demon realm, purgatory, and protection from the supreme deity's powers as well, don't you forget that. And this puts into perspective to the graces. And then Merlin explains, release them now. And right away, all of them are released. Kakashi is the last one to get released by Lucido, because he's the one to keep control. And at the moment they release, Merlin closes his hand, which binds the chains to the angelic forms within. Merlin states that you're never going to be as powerful as you once were, so these chains will permanently hold. However, the graces that are within these mortals will increase and get stronger and allow them to use them to their fullest soon. And the moment that happens, Jiraiya, Kakashi, and Tsunade instantly feel different. The Jiraiya's like fire, feels like a weight's been lifted off his shoulders. Tsunade kind of feels angry that this happened to them. They feel invaded. And Kakashi he's quiet about this. He understands differently. His logic, his mind was the perfect match for the Angel of Grace, or the Grace of Flash. And so what happens, the moment the perfect cube is removed, Kakashi instantly disappears immediately. And that is to Naruto and everyone's surprise. Naruto, Kakashi, and Jiraiya goes, let him go, Naruto. You must understand, we've been, in a sense, locked in our minds for a while now. They're very crafty, those bastards. Naruto's like shocked. And Tsunade's even shocked too. She goes, I accepted this power and this is the seat. That's unbefitting for a goddess, isn't it? And Merlin goes, well, what is really good and bad is more of a perspective than Tsunade. And Tsunade is shocked to hear that from Merlin. Merlin explains that she's over 3,000 years old easily. So she's seeing the fine lines between what is good and what is bad. Points of view. History is dictated by the victor, primarily, majority of the time. And Tsunade sees that. She sees that a lot. And Merlin explains that the chain she bound again will keep those angels at bay. They can only advise, nothing more. And Kakashi is far away, but he's sitting on top of the Hokage monument, looking up at the sky. Kakashi realizes that things have changed dramatically, and there's war, there's brewing. Demons are now manifesting in this world, everywhere, causing havoc with other villages. And so what happens is, after Naruto goes home, Jiraiya explains to Naruto, we will go on the road. Naruto goes, do you reckon it'll be good, Jiraiya Sensei? What about all those monster sightings and everything like that, demons? And Jiraiya goes, ha! You said, Naruto, you have the power of the 7 deadly sins. Let's put that to the test. Yeah, we're not like the angels, Naruto. I definitely agree with you. You do have that power. It's time for you to actually train properly. Merlin goes, I like this one. Naruto goes, yeah, pervy as he is, he's a really good sensei. Merlin smiles, she goes, definitely approve of him. And so right away, what ends up happening is Naruto leaves the village. Now, word gets back to Sasuke that Itachi appeared in the village and attacked Hidden Leaf Shinobi, but were forced out by Kakashi. And Sasuke was like to himself, Itachi was here? Did he come to kill me? Like, Sasuke had all these bad thoughts like, damn it! Why didn't I know? And so Sasuke went to go look for Kakashi and asked demanded questions. What did Itachi want? He had all these questions in his head. Remember, he went to go run around looking for Kakashi. He spotted Naruto heading out with Jiraiya. And Sasuke goes, Naruto! Sasuke looks back and goes, oh. No, sorry, Naruto looks back and goes, hey Sasuke. And he goes, where you off to? Naruto explains, I'm heading out with Privy Sage now, properly. And he goes, you Sasuke? And he goes, Itachi, my brother, was here. And Naruto's like, no kidding. He's shocked, looks at Jiraiya, and Jiraiya, he just looks up and goes, And Naruto is about to talk, but Sasuke goes, enjoy your holiday, idiot. Sasuke gaps it immediately. Doesn't care about Naruto, he's looking for Kakashi. Naruto was just on the pit stop. Naruto's like, he was about to get angry. But Merlin looks at Naruto and Naruto goes, are you really gonna get angry over that, Naruto? Maybe he has something he needs to do. His whole world don't revolve around you, Naruto, even if you're rivals or not. Naruto's like, kind of annoying you having you hover over my shoulder. Got Jiraiya Sensei over there who can hover over my shoulder too. Merlin smiles and goes, don't worry, Naruto. We'll make your life worthwhile. And so as Naruto and Jiraiya and, well, pal Merlin head off and leave the village, we're gonna do a 2-week flashback, okay? Upon the time when the Demon King's power fully manifested into this world. Now, before the Chunin exams actually happened, and before the Konoha crash and all of that stuff, the Demon King set out to spread his powers out all over the world, but he realized something. Even though he did send out their powers, the bodies that they were inhabiting immediately died, because they were too used to going to human bodies, not human bodies with chakra. And this changed instantly everything to do with demons. So the Demon King at first sent his most trusted. He sent Zeldris, and from there Zeldris took a unique being, a being that he actually was much akin to him in a lot of ways. And how the Demon King made contact with this being, it was just in the shadows. And so I'm not going to reveal at this present time who this being is. Nah, you guys already know anyway. The Demon King approached Obito Uchiha. He even explained to him, gave the same exact response to when it came to Kisame and Itachi, that frozen part behind them, locking them in place. That's exactly what Obito got the moment the Demon King approached. But instead of doing the same thing and talking to Obito, he just, in a way where it's friendly, he goes, Obito Uchiha, you will take this power. And immediately, without even hesitating, throwing Zeldris' soul straight into Obito, and in doing so, binding the power fully and allowing the Demon King to have an access point to see into this world. And as he does so, he tells Obito, you think the game you were playing was going to change the world? Your whole fate of the universe depends on this game, boy. And as Obito tries to turn, the Demon King goes, it's already too late. And the moment Obito closes his eyes, he sees Zeldris. Zeldris enters Obito's mind, and the spirit and the full power of Zeldris combines with Obito. Obito, his right eye is is still a Sharingan, and what happens is, because Zeldris doesn't want to be blind in one eye, he removes the mask immediately, and he amplifies the darkness around the eye that was taken, well, the backup eye, and what it does is connects it to his normal vision, so he can see with both his eyes. And the moment Zeldris' spirit merges with Obito, it becomes very clear that he is no longer Zeldris or Obito, and they both share the same, not resentment, but sadness when it comes to their counterparts. Okay, and you'll understand if you read the manga and watch the anime, and I'm talking about Naruto and the manga for 7 Deadly Sins. Okay guys, check it out. So but what happens is when when Obito has the full power of his, or not the full power, there's the anchor for the Demon King. The Demon King kind of uses the same ability as the Uchiha when it comes to the Izanagi, but he uses this in a sense when it comes to the 10 Commandments, because the 10 Commandments will never be as strong as their otherworld counterpart would be. At least the power of the Demon King will forever exist here, to which will allow the Demon King to always exist with Purgatory connecting to it. Even if Zeldris is killed and sent back to Purgatory, the spirit of Zeldris is locked with the commandment. So even if Galand of Truth lost his commandment to Estarossa, everything was reset. Galand got the commandment of truth back, but it's only not its physical form, it's the spirit. And what bonds with the person, and it's no longer the commandment of truth, it's Galand's commandment, or Zeldris' commandment, or Eslarossa's commandment. Okay, that's how I'm going to explain the commandments, because to be honest, some commandments are so hard to say. So I'm just gonna, if you want to know what their commandments can do, I'll give an example when I explain them, but I'm going to say the name of the character when it comes to who got the commandment. Okay guys, so that's just a future reference. But anyway, the moment Zeldris and Obito fully merge and understand, Obito changes his notion when it comes to the tail beast, and he was about to go convince Nagato of the same, but what ends up happening is the Demon King explains that allow them to play their game. This will keep this world distracted long enough for us to build up our forces. And Obito goes, understood, my lord. And it goes, You're fighting Zeldris, I see that. But sooner or later your spirit will lose to my son. And when that does happen, your power will be his power. Your life will partly be his, but he will take full control. And Obito's like kind of shocked, and he goes, given to the power, given to the darkness. And as Obito's mind begins to echo backwards, he tries to fight it, but no. Zeldris easily takes over. The mark fully completely bonds over the eye of Obito, the Zeldris' mark, and he goes, "Thank you, Father." He fully opens his eyes and he goes, "Now, let the games begin." Zeldris waves his hands immediately and utters the word, "God." He uses the ability from the Demon King that gave him to at least not open portals, but corrupt enough human souls that are around him. He absorbs some of their energy, their spirits, to use their ability to, let's just say, mutate humans and to turn into demons to serve his purpose. Because right now, people don't really know him yet. And from there, Zeldris was the first proper demon to manifest within a host properly. And his host so happens to be Obito Uchiha. And so as Zeldris begins to create his demons, he begins to inspire fear to the point where people turn their backs on him. Now, Zeldris' commandment is of piety, and unfortunately when it comes to Zeldris' commandment, if you turn your back on him in any form or way, you are permanently his slave, or the Demon King's slave, to be exact. And so when Zeldris or Obito displays his power, he uses only a little bit. Does only shows one swipe of the sword with Hellblaze, and it immediately generates fear, and people run in fear, and right away, Obito or Zeldris control a whole little village in a blink of an eye, and this gives Zeldris or Obito, sorry, I'm to say Zeldris, the ability to not only summon more souls but allow for the next commandments to come. And that takes 2 whole weeks till the last 2 were chosen, when it was Itachi and Kisame. So now that you got caught up to what happened in the time skip, let's go forward back to Naruto and Jiraiya when they left the village. So right away as Naruto and Jiraiya leave, Sasuke finds Kakashi. And when he finds Kakashi, he demands Kakashi to explain everything that happened with Itachi. Everything. Every small detail, every big detail. I don't give a damn. And they're saying Itachi can fly? Yeah, right. Explain everything, damn it, Kakashi. Kakashi looks right at Sasuke, and Sasuke sees Kakashi's Sharingan activated. And Sasuke explains, "Don't you run out of chakra, Kakashi Sensei?" And Kakashi smiles and goes, "Haven't I taught you better, idiot?" And Sasuke at first gets angry and he realizes, no, I must listen to Kakashi Sensei. And what happens is Sasuke goes, "Sorry, Sensei." And Kakashi goes, "Anyway, I didn't get much out of your brother. Seems like he's tainted by the darkness energy." And Sasuke goes, "The darkness energy?" And he goes, "Sorry, that was my most lamest way of explaining it. I thought of that if Naruto was the way he used to be, that would have been the way I explained it to the dummy." And Sasuke's like, "Huh?" And he goes, never mind, Naruto. Never mind, Sasuke." And he goes, "Anyway, simply put, Sasuke, your brother has acquired powers that even the most strongest Jonin will have a hard time even matching them, Sasuke." Sasuke, "What are you saying?" And he goes, "If your brother is allowed to further use that power, he'll go and become so strong that he'll pose a threat just like a tail beast, if not more. And just to let you know, Sasuke, there are 9 others besides Itachi." And Sasuke goes, "What are you saying, Kakashi Sensei?" And he goes, "As powerful as I am, I don't believe I can take him alone. Naruto is our only hope." And Sasuke punches the stone behind him and goes, "Damn it, Kakashi Sensei! He's not our only hope. You can't just chuck this hopeless odds at me. You can't do that. You know my revenge." And Kakashi goes, "I know, Sasuke. This is why I didn't come to you." And he goes, Well, using your own unique skills, did you ascertain why he came?" And he goes, "Yes, if I had to put it down to, the Akatsuki were here for one person, and one person only." And Sasuke goes, "It was me, wasn't it?" And he goes, "No, it it was Naruto. And Sasuke's eyes open up and goes, "What do you mean? I'm his brother." And he goes, "Brother or not, he didn't come for you. He came for Naruto because Naruto holds a tail beast within him. None of you guys have really seen it because thanks to Merlin's powerful magic, he's able to hide it. And speaking of magic, Sasuke, this is time for me and you to use new abilities. Merlin has allowed me to know that the mana of the world has spread. Magic has fully now awoken in your people. Well, our people. I forget that I don't have an angel running my mind no more." And Sasuke's like, "Angel?" He goes, "Another time. But your infinity is lightning. I knew a person, well, I have a memory of a person that existed in the world. I think his name was Gil Thunder. He was quite adept at lightning jutsu, or lightning abilities. Maybe I can teach you how to marry magic and chakra together to increase your abilities, Sasuke." And Sasuke goes, And Kakashi goes, "Come, let's go." And Sakura was about to run after Sasuke and go, "Sasuke, I'll come to watch." But Sasuke goes, "Get lost, Sakura. You need to find something. You need to do something besides be around me or wait for Naruto. What's your worth?" Kakashi understands that Sasuke was only not being too harsh, but being in a way that made Sakura have to find herself. To which she does the same thing and finds Tsunade. However, as I stated, magic exists now, so it changes a lot when it comes to character, especially these three, because they're all being taught by three different people that possess graces. Jiraiya possesses the grace of ocean, Kakashi possesses the grace of flash, Tsunade possesses the grace of tornadoes. Okay, so their extent of knowledge with that magic as well is what's going to make these three, above all, with magic and chakra combination, stronger than anyone else. Okay, so when Sakura leaves, their training begins. And from here, I'm just going to skip Sasuke and Kakashi's training and Naruto's training and jump all the way to Shippuden. And I will do flashbacks, but not right away, okay? So when it comes to the Shippuden timeline, things are dramatically different. Villages that once were thriving or were once peaceful are nearly barren. People are actually scared for what's happening. Giant trees, forests growing wildly. People getting scared. Magic and chakra users are confusing the world itself. Normal civilians that never could use chakra now have magic to rely on, and they're all like massive protests, demonstrations, violence spread around the world. The Shinobi order itself is being unhinged thanks to, unfortunately, Merlin's intervention. And so what happens is a decree was made with the Hidden Leaf. Merlin helped, of course, to try to fix the problems. A decree in the Hidden Leaf that those that use magic must be taught magic. Now, Tsunade will need teachers, unfortunately, and everyone in the Hidden Leaf they're novice at using the magic, novice at using their powers. Some people unintentionally blow themselves up. This makes the medical center much harder to do. But Tsunade, as we know, is a master at when it comes to healing, and thanks to her angelic abilities, this makes it even that much better. And Sakura is a prodigy with that situation, to be honest, because if Suzune couldn't do that in canon, and Sakura could, she's a prodigy in my mind when it comes to healing ninjutsu. And so she learns the magic and the healing part, the chakra part, and she becomes so proficient that she's able to teach the doctors, and healing jutsu in the Hidden Leaf itself, anyway, is the best. As if Sakura can pretty much put the mitonic regeneration on people. And because it's magic based and chakra based, it's not as taxing as it would have been if it was individually placed. So the world in the Konoha is way different, but the world outside is much more different anyway. But Naruto and Jiraiya, they land back in the Hidden Leaf, easy as. Naruto's always used to flying, but Jiraiya, even though he doesn't want to, he's always reluctant to use his wings. He uses his wings and they get back to the Hidden Leaf relatively fast. On their way, Naruto easily, without even trying, took out two red demons, with just a swipe of his hand, he uses his abilities. It makes him happy when he sees a demon. Not because he's killing them out of brutality. These beings are absorbing people's souls and abducting people. So Naruto is practicing his greedy sin, or the fox sin of greed's abilities. Naruto flies past and goes, "Fox hunt!" Takes the energy and both of the abilities immediately towards they drop out of the sky. And then Naruto does a real powerful snatch with the fox hunt and rips out all their demon hearts. And then without even hesitating, Naruto clicks his fingers, and the spirit spear Chastaful instantly appears and goes to its multiple shuriken class jutsu, I guess, and immediately comes and wipes him out, takes him out immediately, all the hearts, killing the demons immediately, dropping them down on the ground. Naruto, without even hesitating, he uses the power of Meliodas, opens his hands up, and he goes, "Hellblaze!" Chucks it straight at the demons' bodies, destroying them, and Naruto uses a form of flame control to keep the fire around those demons to destroy their corpse and not leave any, bodies to experiment on like Hendrickson did. And so Naruto easily destroys them, and that's what they did before they head to the Hidden Leaf. Now anyway, as Jiraiya and Naruto walk into the Hidden Leaf, Naruto goes, "See, Jiraiya Sensei, it's so much better if we fly places. I don't know why we always walk." And Jiraiya goes, "Are you serious? You're never on the ground, Naruto." And honestly, it makes me laugh because the moment you touch the ground, it's like you get ground shock. And Naruto is taken off guard when Jiraiya says that, and he goes, "Am I wrong, Naruto?" And Naruto laughs hard out, and so does Jiraiya. And Naruto instantly senses something. He looks straight forward, and he sees a lightning cloud appear right in the sky. And out of nowhere, a lightning bolt hits the ground. And as Naruto hits the ground, a beam of light appears right past it by the lightning bolt. And Sasuke stands up and goes, "Long time, idiot." Sasuke is holding a sword over his head. Lightning envelops the roll around him, and Naruto's like, "Whoa!" And Kakashi appears too. Kakashi and Jiraiya greet each other as old friends because, they are, different as per se, okay? They're angelic humans. But Sasuke and Naruto, they look at each other intensely. Sasuke goes, "You stronger, Naruto?" Naruto goes, "Without a doubt." "You, Sasuke?" Sasuke smiles and goes, "I learned a few tricks." Merlin appears and goes, "Their thunder ability. That looks like Go Thunder's attacks. Is there not there?" Kakashi. Kakashi smiles and goes, "Well, I have to use the knowledge they have. Might as well do it. My student's not going to be lacking behind Jiraiya's or Tsunade's." And this makes him smile. And Sasuke goes, "So what's this I hear about you getting ground shock when you hit the ground?" And Naruto laughs, and Sasuke laughs with Naruto, and then Naruto goes, "Well, you've really changed, Sasuke." And then Sasuke goes, "Well, to be honest, Naruto, Kakashi informed me about those powerful beings, the commandments, and some of the abilities." Naruto goes, "Yeah, it's quite serious, eh?" And he goes, "I see you with the tuning verse, Sasuke." And Sasuke goes, "No, look again, idiot, it's a joning verse." Naruto hits the floor like, "What? You are a joning?" And Sasuke goes, "Of course I am. Without you bloody mucking up my flow in the village, I got to shine even more. Yeah, I'm a joning now, Naruto." Naruto goes, slaps Sasuke back and sends Sasuke flying. And Naruto goes, "Oops, sorry, I apologize, I forget I'm super duper strong." Sasuke goes, "Oh, my shoulder." Naruto walks over and uses his abilities, and as he loses his abilities, a green energy appears over his hands. And as Naruto does that, Naruto goes, and sweat goes over Naruto's head, and he goes, "No, I don't have this." Naruto releases it and goes, Sasuke goes, "That was a waste of energy, idiot." Naruto laughs immediately, and then what ends up happening though, something different happens. Hinata walks around the corner and sees Naruto, and as she sees Naruto, Naruto's eyes instantly meets with hers, and this takes Naruto by surprise. Her face blushes immediately. She goes, "Hi, Naruto." Naruto instantly disappears out of Sasuke's sight and appears right in front of Hinata, and he goes, Naruto is blushing as well, and he goes, "Hey, Hinata." And as Merlin's watching on, she goes, this is really cute. And then she realizes because Naruto has been indulging in Meliodas' powers and emotional spectrum and who he is as a person, Merlin was at first comfortable, then fearful. Okay, she goes, this world is not ready for Naruto having Meliodas' temperaments. So as Naruto was about to express how Meliodas would have expressed when it came to being around Elizabeth, Merlin instantly flicked Naruto in the head and told him to wake out of it now. Naruto realized what he was about to do, to which it made Hinata blush. It took Sasuke by surprise, to everyone that was around, like, what's going to happen, Naruto? What are you going to grab? But Naruto places, instead of grabbing what he was not allowed to, he places his hand on her shoulder and goes, hey Hinata, long time no see. To which Hinata's face goes mega red. And Naruto smiles. And what happens is, as Naruto sees Hinata goes, she fully recovers and goes, I see you hurt Sasuke. Naruto goes, yeah, by accident, yeah, sorry. And she goes, I see you try to heal Sasuke, and goes, yeah, I'm not that good with using my Fairy King abilities, I guess. Merlin goes, you need to use your spirit Chastifor abilities. And Naruto goes, how? And she goes, you got a lot to learn, Naruto. A lot to learn, idiot. and Hinata goes, don't worry, Naruto. I can heal Sasuke. And so Naruto goes, huh? And she goes, don't worry, I've been training under Lady Tsunade, and Sakura's been helping me as well. Naruto looks at it and realizes Hinata's strength is immense, as if it's giving off the same energy like Tsunade's, but amplified thanks to the magic she's using. Naruto sees Hinata, and what ends up happening is a bright white light comes out of Hinata's hands, and one of the angel eyes appear on Hinata's eyes, but it stays permanent. It stays on her left eye. It stays permanent on her right eye. Apologize. And when Naruto sees this, the Meliodas pardon him, because as I said, Naruto has been indulging the emotions of Meliodas. Naruto instantly sees and feels the fear that the part that's within him has upon seeing that eye. And as Naruto sees this, a tear comes down Naruto's eye, and he rushes over and grabs Hinata and hugs her. And Hinata feels this, but instead of like blacking out, she embraces Naruto. And Naruto, this is out of character for me, so, oh, sorry Hinata. Gets up and he smiles, and Hinata smiles, it's alright Naruto. And Sasuke's like, pull yourself together, you little girl. And Naruto's like, that's just not nice. They both laugh at each other, and what happens is, after all of that, they manage to go to Lady Tsunade. And they see Lady Tsunade. And when Naruto walks in, without getting the same warm welcome and canon, Tsunade explains that, I heard you use your ability to destroy 2 demons, Naruto. Naruto goes, yeah. And Tsunade goes, we could use their bodies. And Naruto goes, no, I will not have no one experimenting on those bodies. We're not going to have the incidents of the realm that once was. And Tsunade goes, we are not like them. And he goes, Naruto goes, obviously we are. Look at our world. Other villagers are slowly but surely handling them. But the Ten Commandments have moved in positions where, if they could, they can take and strike every other nation but the Hidden Leaf Village. The 10 Commandments want to gather their strength, build big enough armies so they can come and attack the Hidden Leaf Village. And what happens is, Lady Tsunade goes, well, I know Naruto. And Naruto goes, Lady Tsunade, can we all talk on the roof? I had a vision today that I find unsettling. And Tsunade goes, by all means. And so all 3 of them, Kakashi, Tsunade, Jiraiya, on the roof with Naruto. Naruto instantly jumps into the air and tells them to come. Tsunade, all of them activate their angelic abilities and they fly into the air. And when they get to a certain position, Naruto goes, Merlin. And there's a perfect cube around Merlin. Merlin does a perfect cube around him. Naruto goes, when I saw Hinata, I saw Meliodas' love, Elizabeth. And Tsunade goes, yes, she is the apostle of the goddess. For the powers that you have to exist, Naruto, for the situations that are taking place right now, balance have to be made. If all the 7 deadly sins powers exist in this universe, even if it's by way of you, Naruto, and the 10 commandments exist even if they have to exist outside their bodies but within human hosts, then of course Elizabeth has to exist, Naruto. Naruto goes, then are you saying that she's gonna die once the other eye activates? I thought Meliodas removed the curse. I thought, and then what happens is Merlin places her hand on Naruto and goes, it's alright, Naruto. Believe it or not, that the Demon King's power and all the Supreme Deity's powers not as strong as they once was. And to be honest, you're the holder of the Chaos Energy, Naruto. None of us are. The Supreme Deity and the Demon King recognize their power. Absolutely. It's up to you to get strong enough to use the 7 deadly sin abilities. Because what lays ahead of you, Naruto, is far grander than the 10 commandments. I assure you that, Naruto. And as Naruto goes, okay. And Tsunade goes, you know we didn't really need to come up here. You could have just did a perfect cube in the Hokage's office. Everyone understands that you have weird magic, Naruto. And Naruto goes, yeah, but it was just for my own, you know. And Tsunade goes, understood, Naruto. And they all go back to the Hidden Leaf Village, and they talk about the assignments, and they reform Team 7. But what ends up happening though is Tsunade and Jiraiya instantly enter into a competition about who was the best teacher. And what happens is Tsunade smiles and goes, well, I'll technically say it will be I, because my students teaching other people already. She got students of her own. And then Kakashi goes, I'm unsure what you mean, Lady Tsunade. When it comes to Sasuke, he's got enough joining missions under him that can make him one of the top joinings to ever exist on Hidden Leaf. As a youngster, if I might say so, rivaling that of the 4th Hokage. And what happens is when Kakashi says that, Jiraiya slaps Kakashi's shoulder and goes, and who do you think trained the 4th Hokage? Was me. And as you said, Suna, the power of chaos is deep within Naruto. Meaning, I have a greater shot of winning than all of you. Tsunade goes, how about we make a bet upon that then, Jiraiya? And Jiraiya goes, okay then. But then Kakashi may not have the same worth as you do. And she goes, fair enough. What will be? And Jiraiya walks over to Tsunade without hearing stating what would it be. Jiraiya goes, she whispers in her ear. Tsunade's face instantly goes red. And as she was about to hit Jiraiya, she goes, this is pointless. And she goes, alright, I agree to your terms. Jiraiya goes, okay. And Kakashi goes, well, what to bet with you, Jiraiya? And Jiraiya goes, I have a new issue of makeout tactics, to which Kakashi's mind instantly explodes. He goes definitely into the bet. Sasuke will win. And then Tsunade and Jiraiya goes, what are we gonna get from you, Kakashi? And then Kakashi goes, he shows us some money, and Jiraiya goes, sweet as, Naruto's gonna win. Sasuke smiles, Sakura smiles, and Naruto smiles. A 3-way battle, eh? Well, I'm looking forward to it. And not only that, you guys can use magic now to a high degree. That's excellent. Sasuke goes, we're no longer those weak people you once left behind, Naruto. Yeah, Naruto. We had changed completely. And that's what Sakura explains to Naruto. Naruto's excited. And so what ends up happening is Tsunade goes, we were going to wait for the morning, but how about no? I want to see right now. We'll head to a far-off location where Merlin will place a perfect cube. If that's alright with you, Merlin. Merlin exclaims, don't worry. Thanks to my own natural ability of infinity, I can easily use this ability. And because I'm permanently bonded with Naruto, it's fine. And so what happens is Naruto and all of them fly off. Sasuke uses his ability to jump like lightning. And Sakura goes with Tsunade, you know. And so what happens, they get to a near excluded area to which Merlin instantly wipes her hand across, but she does an invisible perfect cube and makes it pretty big, really big, you know. And what happens is the goal is to reach the 2 bells in the middle, or reach the bell in the middle. And so Naruto goes, what is this meant to teach us? And Jiraiya goes, it's a bit, Naruto. Okay, that's all it is. Who is a better teacher? And Naruto goes, I don't know how you can think you're a better teacher than Kakashi Sensei, Jiraiya. And Jiraiya's like, what the hell do you say, Naruto? And Naruto goes, you did more research than a lot. You did a lot of research, especially with your new powers, turning into water and such. And Jiraiya's like, and Tsunade looks right at Jiraiya like, Jiraiya, I've been hearing reports upon disturbing water movements over the last few years. And Jiraiya's like, well, you see, Tsunade. Jiraiya goes, fine. You're right. I'm not the perfect sensei, but you're gonna win, right, Naruto? Naruto goes, yeah. And then what happens? Sasuke lands like lightning, and this Princess Jiraiya. So he goes, the kid with that power is quite incredible. And Sakura also comes. As she walks up, they all ready themselves stand in the perfect triangle with each other. And Sasuke goes, you two won't even make it past the first line. Naruto goes, what line? And Tsunade goes, begin! And as Naruto looks down, Sasuke instantly envelops himself with the lightning and rushes to the bell in the middle. As Sasuke rushes to the bell at max speed, he gets in and goes, too easy. He goes to reach for the bell, but Naruto appears immediately right in front of Sasuke. And Sasuke's like, what the? He goes to hit Naruto, but Naruto appears behind Sasuke. And then becomes a speed fighting test. Now bear in mind, Sasuke hasn't activated the Sharingan yet. Now what happens is, as the battle commences between Naruto and Sasuke, it's a pretty interesting taijutsu battle, where Naruto is using his abilities from King to not only fight and move around Sasuke, but the speed and the reaction time of using this ability. And Naruto's learned a lot of abilities when it comes to the 7 deadly sins powers. And right away, the moment Naruto and Sasuke come to a position where they clash, Naruto senses Sakura behind them, and Naruto, without even trying, jumps up on Sasuke's leg, flips over, pushes Sasuke forward, and as Sakura's fist is about to connect with Sasuke, Naruto instantly spins around and kicks Sasuke on the shoulders, kicking him out of the way. What happens is Sakura misses, and Naruto trips her up, and she hits the ground, hits the perfect cube. Doesn't break it, but it pretty much doesn't echo. And Sasuke hits the wall. And what happens as they goes down, Naruto walks and goes, I see all of you guys are improved. And Sasuke goes, yes, I have, Naruto. Naruto looks over and realizes Sasuke is using his Mangekyo Sharingan. And Naruto's like, how did you? And Sasuke goes, Kakashi is very persuasive when it comes to his power. He knows how to use it in different ways, Naruto. He helped me achieve this power without killing my friend. Naruto said, huh? And not only that, thanks to us being able to use and utilize magic, my eyes will not disappear no more. And Sasuke's like, Naruto said, huh? And right away, Naruto realized that he was under a genjutsu and wasn't focusing. But what happens is Naruto instantly flexes his abilities, and yet again Sasuke is hit by the goat sign immediately. Sasuke's knocked it back, and without hesitating, Sasuke summons Iota the snake. And what happens is Sakura sees this. She was going to use this opportunity when Sasuke and Naruto were distracted to reach the bells, but she realizes that the snake will get there before she does. So she summons Katsuyu and divides Katsuyu to at least try to stop the path by spitting acid everywhere. And the moment that goes down, Sasuke is like, he jumps off Iota and uses his lightning abilities. But what happens is Katsuyu, a form of Katsuyu swells over the bells and blocks Sasuke, and Sasuke jumps and tries to emit his lightning chakra or lightning energy. It bounces off Katsuyu only briefly, but Sasuke jumps away. And as he jumps away, Naruto is only observing, and he goes, alright then, since we're going to play it that way, genjutsu, right, Sasuke? Goat-san. Sasuke, what? And he goes, hijack! He uses his ability to hijack, and he hijacks Iota the snake and Katsuyu. As Naruto does that, he waves his hands away and disperses Katsuyu and Iota, sends them back to the world. And Sasuke is like, what the hell? Instant, and Naruto goes, uplink! He instantly uplinks to all of them and connects into their mind. And Sasuke tries to fight Naruto, but Naruto goes, I have you already, Sasuke. He goes, I wonder if this will work. And he goes, disaster! He uses the Fairy King's ability, disaster. Trees and roots instantly begin to wrap around Sasuke and Sakura. Even though they're on a perfect cube, Naruto is using his magic to create them. And what happens, it wraps around them and pulls them in. And then Naruto walks over and goes, the reason why I won, Sasuke. Because I held back and analysed everything before we came into this battle. You were only fighting a clone. You and Sakura were only fighting a clone. That's why you were able to genjutsu him. I observed from afar. Sasuke's like, impossible. How did Naruto, he couldn't have been invisible, could he? Sasuke's pondering and said, no, it can't be. Naruto goes, no, I'll just make him faster for you guys' eyes to see. That's all. It took forever for the fight to end. Honestly, you should see what it's like to be in my position. Yeah, you can move fast like lightning, Sasuke. But I think you haven't fully put it all together. And Sasuke goes, what the hell do you mean? And Naruto goes, I've observed how you move, Sasuke, and if you were to at least localize the lightning chakra cloak, it's pretty similar to the Raikage, and then merge the magic energy with it. I reckon you can move much more faster at a stronger speed. The velocity of your hits will be such that it will destroy everything. And Sasuke is like looking at Naruto and hearing his advice, he goes, okay. And he goes, well, thanks, Naruto. Naruto goes, well, we're back now. I too am going to be promoted to Jonin, apparently. Tsunade goes, yeah, you are. All three of you are going to be promoted to Jonin, actually. And Sasuke goes, I thought I already was. And Lady Tsunade goes, you are on a temporary situation. We wanted to see how you would do under pressure. And this was your final step, Sasuke. Because we feared, with the power of the Mangekyo, the physical toll to take to make you unlock that would have possibly made you go astray. And Sasuke goes, on the contrary, it made me get over my obsession on wanting to kill my brother. It made me realize that my brother put me under a genjutsu. Then to Kakashi, I got to see that my brother was crying the whole time. Meaning, he's something else besides being a murderer. Even Kakashi Sensei believes me. Naruto goes, alright. And so what happens is, Naruto and them all become proper Jonins. And they get ready for their mission. And what happens is they get a bird from Gaara himself. Gaara sends word that the hidden sand village has been attacked by droves and droves of demon-like creatures. Some of them can't fly, but they're dredging the ground, rushing up, blocking exits and everything. Gaara is doing the best he can, even getting the help from Shikaku himself. Gaara is doing the best he can with the small amount of power he has compared to these demons. The demons are getting to the point where they'll eventually break past the barrier that Gaara puts up if something stronger comes, and he urgently needs the help of the hidden leaf. And so what happens is Jiraiya states, well, he just got back, so he'll stay and help guard the hidden leaf. Tsunade goes, well then, Kakashi, you will take your team Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke. I call you guys Team 7. You may head out for your mission to save the Kazekage and the hidden sand village. And that's when we're going to leave this one up, guys. I hope you like this. Please like and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content. And follow me on Instagram, to which I'll leave the link in the description below. But yeah, I hope you guys like this. Yeah, sorry I haven't been there for a while. Just, as I said, not been well, and my own family. Okay, guys? But I hope you all are doing well. And I hope you all do keep safe. Especially in this dire time, because this is getting bad. Okay? There's no joke. It's bad. So I hope everyone that's listening to this, take care, please. Okay? But yes, as usual, guys, this is Dr. Kahu saying peace.